Virgo, happy birthday, friends. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I'm here to do a reading for you for the week ahead. Happy weekend to you. Look, I'm getting to all of this late. I hope that you have your bell button pushed, so you are getting you're getting the notifications when I come up with these readings. Because wow, yep, we're just getting to the end of the summer here, and I am taking in all the summer stuff. Virgo, how you doing? How's the Virgo season so far? Have you had a birthday? And if you are about to have a birthday or you've had one, let me know. I'd like to say happy birthday. I know you're not the chattiest in the comments, but I would love to say happy birthday. Let's find out what's going on for you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Look, we're doing a 9-card draw this week because I love the way that the 9-card draw lights up my brain. I'm going to lay off the oracles this week. And at the end of this reading, if you're interested in purchasing the extended, I'll tell you about how to find it. And also, if you want to get in on a private read, I'll tell you where to go to get that. So Virgo, welcome here. Thanks for showing up here. Thank you for your thumbs up. You're building your tribe. I appreciate you. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up in the week ahead. Always reading for the week ahead, Virgo, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next year that you get this. It's not going to be for everyone today. Tell me about Virgo. All right, we've got the 3 of Pentacles, Virgo. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Some sort of foundational thing that you've been working on here, I think, is you're about to see that it actually took. Like, you know, when you're a farmer, or if you're a gardener, or if you're somebody who grows your own vegetables, you know that you can do the same thing every year, but it's not a guarantee that the plant is going to flourish or that the crop is going to flourish. And I feel like something that you've been working on, something that is, you know, you've been building the foundation on, working really hard on, I feel like you're going to start to see the fruits of your labor here, Virgo. We've got the 7 of Cups, and I feel like it's actually going to overwhelm you. It feels like it's, so you have planted the seed, you've dropped the seed, you've planted it, and it feels like whatever it is, I feel like you were unsure, unclear about whether or not this was even the best place to plant. And maybe you thought, okay, well, it looked like a good place to plant. The land was cheap, but maybe it's not the best quality soil. Like, it feels like that, and I feel like you were, even though you were building the foundation, putting the hard work in day after day, you were watering. I feel like you weren't really sure whether you were going to see a return on this, but I feel like the Ace of Pentacles tells me that you are going to see a return on all the hard work. And although you may not see it just yet, I feel like you will be seeing it start to come to fruition in the week ahead. Tell me more about Virgo. We've got the Page of Wands in the reverse. It might feel like things aren't moving forward because I think that things are taking their time. I want to say that the messenger is not moving right now. It feels like we still have some time to wait before we actually see that little sprout popping up on the other side of the soil. But I feel like in the week ahead, there's going to be reason to celebrate. We've got reunion, people getting together. Maybe people are coming to help you weed your garden. Maybe you've got so many zucchinis and so many cucumbers that you're going to need to share with your neighbors. It feels like this is sort of like a harvest, an exciting time of people coming together. When I was younger, and you know, I'm 57, so when I was younger, I lived in small towns around my province, and they always have like this feast time, the harvest, where they bring all of their wares together and they have like a community dinner. And so it almost feels like that. It seems like a celebration within your community, and it's like they're honoring the emperor. So I feel like you're going to be in your emperor energy, whether you are feminine or masculine, whether you're a man or a woman. It feels like you're going to be honored as somebody who's strong and upstanding and in control, and somebody who is solid and grounded, somebody who's sturdy, someone who's a great leader. It feels like you are going to be, people are going to be celebrating you as the emperor. We've got the 2 of Swords. We've got the Empress. Look at this. You're attracting an Empress here. Or the Empress is attracting you. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Virgo, something really good is showing up for you here. And it feels like, I feel like you think you're still in the very beginnings of your building stage, because I feel like when you get down to it and you begin to break down the analytics that you get lost in the analytics. And you get so lost in the analytics that you forget to look up. You forget to look up and say, oh, this is where I am now. It's like you were in the back seat looking at your phone, and when you look up, you're 6 miles away from home. That's what it feels like. You didn't realize that you had built yourself into the Emperor or the Empress. Take it as it resonates for you, feminine or masculine, you're both here. But it feels like you are being honored as someone who is either standing up for other people or doing something that is in the best interest of everyone, maybe the community, because it feels like the community is really backing you here. We've got the Chariot and we've got the Five of Cups. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles is telling me that whatever this is here took a really long time for it to root, for it to grow, but you were very patient and you were very slow, and you read all the books, you read all the gardening books, you read all the farming books, whatever it is, you had all of the analytics down, and you just took your time. And you put your head down and you began to build, and now something here is going to be showing up. Look, the Ten of Cups just came back. Something here is going to be showing up that is going to make you thrilled, ecstatic even. It feels like this Ace of Pentacles is showing up here. The King of Cups, you were playing it cool, is what you were doing. You were like, yeah, I did plant that seed back there, but I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I even think that when you start to be celebrated, when the people in your life or at the workplace or in your home life or in your community begin to celebrate you, it feels like you still take the stance of the King of Cups. You're under the surface. You're like, yeah, I guess I did that. Yeah, I'm good. I did that. Well, thank you. Thanks for saying that. Like, I think you're playing it really humble is what it feels like. Thanks for saying that. But, you know, it's something that makes me happy too. I feel like you are keeping your wits about you. You're not letting it all go to your head. Tell me more. We've got the Six of Swords. It's the smooth kind of Virgo. It's your smooth energy Virgo. You're like, yeah, I did that. I did. But I really do think until like the last second that you really didn't know if it was going to work out, and that's why you kept it under the surface with the King of Cups. But as it starts to, as this opportunity now shows itself, and look, it looks like a golden opportunity. So I know I've been using the metaphors of planting, but maybe someone else planted something hoping that you would notice that it's now thriving. And I'm talking about the Emperor and the Empress, right? So maybe somebody is watching you thrive and you're inspiring them to thrive as well. So it feels like the Ace of Pentacles is, you know, it's when we plant an Ace of Pentacles, it's the 3D. It's here. It's not in the mind. It's not in the thought patterns. It's not in the 5D. It's in the 3D. And so it feels like that it is showing up. The opportunity is here. The raise is here. The promotion is here. They want you for the job because the Emperor and the Empress are here. One of them is going to hire you if I'm talking about a job. But the Six of Swords tells me that you finally decided to stop waiting for action to happen, and you just kept your head down and you began working. And when you lifted your head, you're like, oh, yeah, I guess I did do that, didn't I? I think that things started to slow down and not move as quickly as you wanted to. So you decided to just put your head down and keep working. And I think that building that, this Three of Pentacles here, now, because the Three of Cups is here, it almost feels like it's like you were building relationships or building your own foundation, or you were learning something, because the Three of Pentacles to me is also community or partnership. So it's like you were doing something and you did it out of the goodness of your heart, King of Cups, but you didn't realize that it was actually going to put a spotlight on you. Tell me why the Page of Wands is here. It's like you got to a point where you were doing it for the love of it and not for the kudos. You were not doing it because you wanted someone to say, hey, look what you're doing. You just put your head down and you said, I don't really care if I get recognized. I just want to do this thing because I want to do this thing. And you know what? That is magic, Virgo. That's the magic way for you to live your best life. When you are just doing what you love so much that you don't even realize that that things have grown so much since you put your head down. Look, we had the Tower just fall out on its side, and whenever a card comes out on its side, no matter what it is, to me, that's always a challenge. You're going to be going through some sort of a tower soon, and it's because things are about to pick up in speed. Things that you have only been dreaming about, they are about to ignite, and a new pathway is opening here for you. This is a shift. it's a shift in gears. Look, we went from 1 to 5 and boop, 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 boop. All right? Like it feels like we all of a sudden are like revving high, moving quickly. We went from this place of the Page of Wands in the reverse where things weren't really moving, but the fire was burning underneath. And now all of a sudden somebody came along and stoked the fire, and there we have the Ace of Wands. So tell me more about this. We have the Hermit energy. So I think it's going to be a real stark difference in your life and how things are going. You went from a place where you stopped even looking at the pilot light. You stopped checking the pilot light in the furnace. Is it even on? I don't feel the heat. Is it even on? I feel like you stopped looking at that and you just started doing what it is that you love. You may have been meditating more. We may be talking about a spiritual awakening for you with this Ace of Wands, the Tower, and the Hermit. It's like I didn't expect that one day the lights would go on and I would be like, oh, there it is. I finally have my light. I feel like you were probably thinking that it was going to take longer than it did, but I feel like you took this Hermit energy, wandered around in the dark for a while, tried to go the way that you could go without the light, but then I think all of a sudden you realize that the pilot light was always on, and it feels like the flames are stoked, and then all of a sudden the shift comes, and I feel like you were minding your business the whole way through. Like you were not waiting for something to happen. You were really just being you going over doing the self audit. I need this in that place. I need, whiteboards and pie charts, and like you were so into the analytics of it that you didn't realize that when you put your head up that people were going to be here trying to celebrate you, and that's what it feels like. This could be because this is your celebratory month, right? This is your birth month. So your solar return is here. And it could be because of that, but we also just had a new moon in your energy as well. So the sun and the moon were in the same sign for a little bit here. So it feels like the lights have turned on, or something went from night to day. It went from dark to light is what it feels like. And that's what this 3 of Cups is at the heart of the matter. We've got the World card. Yes, the Ace of Cups and the 5 of Swords. Look, it feels like the apprehension is, holy crap, here it is. And when I lifted my head, I didn't expect that it would be staring me right in the face. So the World card is here, and I feel like you've put in a whole cycle of hard work. This chapter of your life of hard work and not getting anything out of the hard work that you've put in is over, because the 5 of Cups is here. Now the 5 of Cups is here with the Ace of Cups is here with the 5 of Swords. And I feel like you're in this place of, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Like it's really here right now. I feel like this World card is telling me that you've accomplished something, or that this is a major milestone, the closing of an old chapter in your life, and now you're going to have to get used to being honored, people noticing you, people celebrating you as the emperor, someone who's the leader, someone who does whatever they can for everybody else. And Virgo, you're not like that. You're not looking for the kudos. You're the person who's in service under the surface. You just want to make sure that if you're the equipment guy, that all the equipment's working properly, or if people are in your backyard, that all the chairs are out and that there's tables between each chair and there's a glass on each table. Like you're just making sure around the peripheral that you're making sure that everybody has what they need. But now somebody's about to honor you here is what it looks like. You're about to get a spotlight that I don't think you're used to, and I don't know that you necessarily want it here, but that's what's going on. So tell me about the Emperor, Virgo, please. We've got the 3 of Swords. We've got the 8 of Cups. And we've got the Ace of Swords. You're about to get recognized for something here. And it could be something small, it could be something large. But the 8 of Cups and the 3 of Swords tells me that you know what happened here is you had a shift within you. The Tower's here. Something shifted within you and you detached from the sob story you were telling yourself. Please don't get offended when I say that. But when we focus more on what's negative, like sometimes I go through the comments and all I see are negative. They did this to me. They did that to me. My life is terrible because this person did that thing to me and this thing to me. I think that you detached from the sob story. It doesn't matter what anyone else did to you. What matters is how you crawled out of the hole and became the emperor. That's the story. That's the story you want to sell. That's the best-selling book. So I feel like you've detached from the Three of Swords. I'm not going to be stuck in my sadness and my upset and what didn't work out for me anymore. I feel like the Ace of Swords tells me you're going to be verbally appreciated by somebody in your life, or people, more than one probably, because the Three of Cups is here with the Three of Pentacles. It feels like a community. It feels like you're going to be honored through words. Somebody is just going to shake your hand and say, you did that thing. You did it on your own. And nobody paid attention while you were working so hard. I feel like there is a decision coming up as well. And this is future energy, and it feels like there's a decision coming up here. I feel like whatever you're accomplishing is putting a spotlight on you, Virgo, and you are catching attention. You're catching the attention in the eyes of the Empress. It feels like you're going to have to make some sort of decision. And I feel like you, in Virgo fashion here with the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, that you're going to make it slowly. You're going to make it in a way where you are considering your pentacle world, the speed at which you must do it. You're considering your health, your happiness, your home, your money. It feels like you're about to make some sort of a decision here. But listen, I think that you're feeling out the decision. I don't think you're necessarily making a decision that you see. It's like this person, their eyes are covered, and so the universe is asking the person who's making a decision, who's been protecting themselves all along, to make a decision based on their intuition, because all the water that's in the background. So it feels like with this full moon here that you're about to release something, and I think what you're releasing is something that is, it's almost like you're pulling a veil between you and the Empress. So the Empress doesn't chase, but I feel like you two notice each other because now you've got a spotlight. So I feel like now the Empress sees that there is an Emperor in the room, is what it feels like here. Tell me more about this. Tell me about the Empress. Who is this? We've got the Four of Swords, we've got the Six of Pentacles, and we've got the High Priestess. This is somebody that I feel you've not been speaking with, you've not really talked to. This is somebody who's been on the peripheral. So you could be in a group of people or in a community, and somebody is now noticing you that didn't notice you before. Because now you're standing tall and being, somebody's giving you an award, or they're verbally telling other people, look what Virgo did. And so I feel like this High Priestess energy is telling me that this person has been quietly waiting to meet you or to give you some sort of reciprocal energy. And I feel like they've been in healing energy, and that's why you haven't heard from them. But I feel like you're catching the eye of somebody, is what I want to say. I feel like this person is not taking action toward you because they are the Empress, but I feel like this is somebody, this could be a business person, understand. This could be someone who's noticing you on YouTube, on your channel, on Instagram. This could be someone who is noticing you now because the spotlight is on you, and they're about to verbally come and tell you that they're noticing you. We're going to go into the extended, and if you want to be there, please come there with me. If you want to look at the very top of all of the comments, there is one pinned comment, and that has all the information you need. If you'd like to come to the extended and you'd like to purchase this one, just this one off, you can do that by clicking the link. And if you want to come into the membership area, you can do that, where all of the extendeds are. Also, I do have private readings available. All the sales are in the live readings right now, between 5 and 75% off of the live readings. You will simply get a discount just for booking ahead. And I'm also doing pre-recorded readings if you're interested in that. So let's go into the extended, and I will see you there if that's where you are. But if you aren't there, that's fine, because I'll be back, because I'm always back. Thank you, Virgo, for all the ways you love on this channel. I'm going to go for now. You guys take care. Bye-bye.